Hello, good morning all. I'm architect Aditi Sontakke, Associate Professor, Thakur School of Architecture and Planning, Mumbai. So today I would like to share my work on mapping and essential skills for architects, planners, and designers. Okay, actually mapping is it is in day-to-day life. We use mapping in every small activity, but we don't know it is called a mapping, right? So how it helps? So first of all, we'll see what is mapping. So graphical representations of objects, elements, events, spaces, thoughts, ideas, that we can call it map. Basically, if whatever we have to present or whatever idea we have to share, if we draw it in graphical format, it is very easy to understand by layman as well, right? So this is these are the few examples of mapping, very basic examples of mapping. The first thing what we should let's consider this map. What this map suggests? It's a map of a small community, or it's a map of a small settlement, right? So this is the river, and this is the river, these are the roads, these are the houses, or these are the temples, and every layman can understand this language, right? And these are the things, these are explained in legend also. So what are the house, what is a hillock, then a road, and tube well, and pond, and mosque, whatever small features on that land, it is represented in map. So these are the this is one of the examples. Now let's take another example. How we use this is a day-to-day activity, we call it. Let's consider this as a clock. So 12, 3, 6, 9, again 12. So in every hour, what we are going to do in our day-to-day activity, it is all represented in graphic. So what will what will do it at 1 o'clock, what will do at 5 o'clock, what will do at 7 o'clock, what will do at 10 o'clock. So everything which is represented, every activity we will conduct in our day-to-day life, we can map it in the graphical format. So one more example is this, how do you feel? So emotion mapping. So I'm sorry, okay. So what is emotion mapping? So in design thinking, this is extensively used, this type key key function is just to whatever design thinking is all, everybody knows design thinking is all about problem solving method, and it is very methodically, it is carried out. And in that, if we consider one persona, so that persona can be from any geographic context of that persona, age, and it's that person's occupation. So all this person, and what is in daily, what problems that person facing, and why this problem that person is facing, and how to resolve that problem. So in that, emotion mapping has a great role in solving the problem. In that case, this emotion mapping is can be considered. Now the upper example, we can see this is a mental map. It's a mental map. So mental map may one core idea, and how that idea can be thought in different ways. So this is the core thing, and these are the allied or associated factors. So this is a this is the graphical representation of mental mapping. Let's see one by one with the example in the next slides. Okay. So how mapping helps in architecture? So basically, if we consider this graphic, so mapping develop and enhances observation skills, thinking processes, visualization, graphical representation, and effective communication. So all these skills mapping can be developed through mapping. So observation skills, whatever we have observed on our site or around the site, I'm talking about the architecture planning perspective. Okay. So observation skills, we can note it down in graphical format or in word format. Then how the thinking proceed, they also develops and enhances thinking process. So systematic thinking can be done through mapping. So visualization, with the systematic thinking process, we can visualize what should be the end, what should be the outcome. That also we can visualize through mapping. Then graphical representation. So that again, I tell you that graphical representation, that graphical language can be understood by every layman. So if any, for example, if what happens in text. So text can be written in any particular language. But the person who don't know that language, they can't read, they can't understand. But graphical is a language that any person from different geographic area can understand this graphical language. So, and effective communications. So through mapping, effective communication can be achieved. So what are the mapping tools? Mapping tools can be manual, it can be digital, and it can be in hybrid, digital and manual. So manual it can be a text or it can be a graphic. So actually, there are a lot of digital softwares are used for mapping. And it can be that mapping can be used in the combination of these two also. Okay. So multiple objects, elements are considered to carry out our task. These elements are denoted in text or graphics to understand the process or context. And this is to understand proportion and scales of the species, objects, elements within. So how they can answer, this is a very important thing, understanding the proportion that we'll see in the next slides. So, so text and graphics to understand the process. And now in architecture, how mapping helps in architecture. So these four are the core subjects of architecture. So architecture design, architecture design, there are different types of designs buildings we design. So those can be residential, commercial, institutional, industrial. Okay. So then allied design. So product design, basic design, interior design, landscape design, urban planning. So these are the allied designs of architecture. And technical subjects, that is structures, theory of structures, building construction, building services, and theory subjects. Under theory subjects, there are humanities, histories, environmental sciences, architectural theory. These are the four spheres of architecture education in architecture pedagogy, we can say. Okay. So how it helps? Now, for example, architecture design. So architecture design how mapping helps for site study. So whatever site we have given to the students, those site can be that site can be mapped very appropriately with the help of graphics. Okay, we will see again in case studies. We can map the things for site study. Again, I would like to extend something on site study. So site study, whatever features on the site, they can be mapped manually. Okay, or it can be mapped photographs also. It can be a photographic documentation also. In that also we can do the mapping. So site study, case studies, whatever case study we see or we study that case examples. So that can be mapped as per our understanding and whatever at real time and with the real situation. So ideation also, this is a very important whenever we come to the, whenever we go to the client or when we interact with the client, we present our idea in a graphical format. So that is also mapping. So design development, of course, design development, we do the sketches and, informal or formal sketches, and that's how we design, we develop our design. So this is about architecture design and the same with allied designs. Now, how mapping helps in technical subjects? Understanding the technicalities. So technicalities, I mean, uh, so how we can map or we can draw the sketches, we can draw the diagrams, and we understand the things. So developing the technical details, analyzing the technicalities, and the last one is theory subjects. For example, in humanities, historical references. What in historical references, what timeline we draw, that is also mapping. Okay, so environmental parameters or environmental features, we can say, we can map it on the considering the context and site and around the site. And communication, again, as the same things, communication skills to present our ideas and discuss the way forwards, that for that we use mapping. So these are the few examples of my students they have done. So this is, we have given them the exercise and they have done it. So this is done on, this is in digital format. This is a manual format. Okay. So what is, we have the exercise we had given them, that you map your home, and at 5 meter, up to 5 meter, 5 minutes distance from walking distance from your home, what are there in your neighborhood. So this is that student have done, this is my home, and through that my home. So this is the distance between this corner is 2 minutes. This distance between these corners is 5 minutes. Then distance between this is 2 minutes per 7 minutes. 2 minutes plus 5 minutes is 7 minutes. So these are the exercise we had given to our students. So what is the distance from the school? The distance from the school is 5 minutes plus nearly 3 to 4 minutes. So 7 minutes distance. So this is the mapping in terms of time, mapping the neighborhood in terms of time and not the distance. So this exercise is for urban design. We had given them. This is like a mental map, we can say. So this is hand-drawn map the student have done. So, and this is the open space, hospital, bank, and these are the distances. These are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These are the numbers. This is, one is, that is this is the exercise we had given. Then one more exercise we had given to the site mapping. So it is near, it is in Sanjay Gandhi National Park in Mumbai. So we had given them a design site. It is, this is the site, and this is the river. It is bank of the river, very small river in the national park, Sanjay Gandhi National Park. And this is the site we had given, and they have mapped the site in different layers. So this is the vegetation mapping. This is the visual mapping. Then this is the uh, this is the river, and these are the mapping. This is a sound mapping. So house, different types of sound they observe. So basically, these are the sensory mappings. This is again order, bad order. Actually, these are 5 sensory mappings. This is a vegetation mapping. They have done. They have done it. And they have given the legends also here. So how, what line represents what? And this is a very good way of studying the site. So it's all mapping exercise. Now, one more exercise of mapping is we had given, it is for home interior. So we have asked them to do their own home in the own home interior. And what is this? We have asked them to count the tiles. These are the tiles, floor tiles. So where your sofa is placed. So sofa is placed with, this is the half tile, and the sofa is placed just like this. So 2.5 tiles from the corner, the sofa is placed. This chair is placed like, so it is a way of, this is grid we have asked them to do, to draw the floor tiles, for tile grid. So again, this is similar to bedroom. And this is the key plan we have asked them to draw, key map. So living room, dining, kitchen, master bedroom, toilet, and bedroom. And this is with the help of mapping the tiles, they have placed their furniture. So this was one of the exercise. Now again, this is the activity mapping of a public space. We have asked them to do it in their neighborhood area. This is a public park, and this is the playground area, and this is a normal weekday pay, how much. So this is the how they have mapped it. So this is the jogging track, this is the play area, this is a ground, this is a parking. And again, they have done the activity mapping, what activity is happening between 6 to 9 a.m. So what exercise, what is the what are activities there. So these are the activities they are carried out. So how many people in this. So, and according to this, they have mapped these things on this map. So this is again mapping of this is urban planning project we had given to our students. So they have given the different layers. So they have done the different layers of maps. So this is the figure ground map, building height map, sensory analysis, road map, pause points, and flora and fauna. So they have done the same area. They have mapped the different different maps on the same area, different layers. This is a land use map. So this is about urban planning for 9th sem. This is the contour map. So we are very much familiar of these contour maps, but how on these contours they have placed different buildings, or there are some water bodies, surface water bodies that also can be mapped on this. So this is a 3D digital mapping. So again, this is also digital mapping. So this is a area of, this is a region, this is a MIDC, this is an industrial area, and these are the few villages, and this is basically land use map of a region. So this is how these are the yellow dots we have mapped. That is the maps location of 7 lakes. Those provide water supply to Mumbai. So they have mapped on this Mumbai. This is Mumbai, and these are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lakes are mapped on the satellite image, right? So what is map? Maps are like, and on the end note, maps are like campfires. Everyone gathers around them because they allow people to understand complex issues at a glance. So I've just found it, and I found it very interesting quote. So this is for the end note. And thank you very much for your attention, and thank you.